and I don't even know what to say about what I just saw in that first half. Outside of, I'm laughing because I am absolutely pissed off at what I just seen. Let's start with the positives. You know what? Before that, make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, make sure that bell notification to be notified every single time I upload. Because this might just be a rant. Let me just give all the... Sorry, my Ohio State group chat is going off. Let me just give credit where credit is due. Utah came out to win. They came to play, and this is what I was worried about. If Ohio State wanted to show up lackadaisical and not ready to play this football game, because Utah is a good team. They're a good team. They're in the Rose Bowl for a reason. They beat Oregon twice and manhandled them both times. So Utah is doing what they need to do well. They're running the ball. They're throwing the ball. That kick returner was just insane. But, you know, Ohio State, if we could just get one stop on defense, just one stop, we can win this game. Because they can't cover our receivers. That's obvious now. 3 touchdowns, 3 long passes. They can't cover our receivers. It should have been 4, but JAXON, I don't know if he jogged or just didn't feel that defender behind him, but he got stripped from behind and lost the football in the end zone. Like I said, only positive for Ohio State is the offense is working. That's about it. And our receivers are working. We have good receivers, even with Wilson and Olave not playing. JAXON, he's a top 5 pick. Right now, he could come out right now and be a top 5 pick. And then we got Marvin Harrison, the Hall of Fame. His son is on the team. Marvin Harrison Jr. caught a touchdown pass. The run game is starting to get going where we can run, but we got down, so we kind of have to throw the ball now. Let's get into what I want to talk about. This might be the worst defense I have ever seen from Ohio State. People not tackling, people not covering. They're like, we have people dead to rights and they're still getting 5 or 6 yards. How is that possible? On 4th and 1, you have the quarterback wrapped up and he spins out of it and just keeps on running for a touchdown. What the? Oh man. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this defense, but there better be some defensive changes come spring ball, because no, this cannot continue. This cannot continue. I know I've said this before, but this is 2 years of trash-ass defense that we have seen that has ruined a national championship offense. You saw those 2 games yesterday. You mean to can't? Oh my God, I can't speak. I'm so fucking frustrated. You mean to tell me that Ohio State couldn't score 20, 30, 40 on both Alabama and Georgia? But both of those teams would have scored 50 on our defense because the defense fucking sucks. This whole game has been nothing but frustration and what I've seen all year when we play an offense with the post. Oregon, Michigan, Penn State, Nebraska, their offenses are good, but they were at least able to move the ball and score points. Purdue just said we're going to throw the ball, and which exposed our defensive backs because they aren't as good either. This game is another reminder that, hey, we probably should have gotten Eli Ricks in the portal, but Ryan Day didn't want to accept the corners that's there. Fuck that. Get the best players. You go get the best players. What I've seen out this defense is god-awful, and I don't know how long it's going to take to switch that mental round, but what I've seen out this first half, them boys soft. This whole defense has ruined a national championship appearance. They got smoked in the NATTY. We thought there would be changes last year against Bama, and there was no changes, and now they're worse. Because we don't have that generational pass rusher. Our linebackers are slow and getting burnt. Our corners are giving off so much cushion because they're young. They haven't played. Our entire defense is bad. It's bad. There better be some changes off season. Now, I'm going to struggle watching the second half because as y'all can see, I'm already pissed off. So this second half, if we don't win, I'm going to be enraged because what I've seen out this first half is just unacceptable. All right, so the game just ended. Ohio State was able to make an incredible comeback. They won 48-45. Once again, credit to Utah in their first ever Rose Bowl. They came out and they wanted to win this game. They wanted to win this game. They proved that they belong, but this game showed me that recruiting and talent matters because their entire defense had no answer for the Ohio State offense once it really got going in the second half. There was no defense in this game. It was just vibes on defense. It was mostly just who can outscore the other. And when you have, you know, basically first round picks at receiver, it's easier to just throw the ball and let them work. Oh, man. Like I said, I hope Cam Rising is okay. He went down with a nasty concussion. He is a good football player. Utah, with the way they play and the way that they recruit, they're going to be back. Like, Utah is never going nowhere. Utah is always like a 9, 10, 11 win team every other year in the Pac-12. We'll see if they can just outright win the Pac-12 again next year. Hopefully get a playoff spot. But that is a good, solid football team. And once, you know, their quarterback went down, their offense, you know, just didn't have that same juice. But let's talk about the Ohio State offense. No. First of all, let's talk about this defense. The defense is massively improved. Massively improved to the point where we were able to come back in this game because they had 35 at the half. They only scored 10 points the rest of the game. So the defense stepped up. Some of these younger guys on defense stepped up. They made tackles. They got stops when they needed to because this offense could not be stopped. What's this one? I'm sorry about that. But man, I don't even know what to say about what I just saw about this offensive production regarding Ohio State. I find it hilarious that CJ Stroud was 4th in Heisman votes when it's clear that he should have been 2nd. Like, he should have been 2nd. He threw for over 500 yards without Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson. Without two first-round picks at receiver, he threw for 500 yards, and I want to say 6 touchdowns. Only 1 pick. Just an amazing day. Marvin Harrison Jr., yes, the son of the Hall of Famer Marvin Harrison, had his first ever career start in college, had 3 touchdowns, and every touchdown was in the red zone. He looked like watching him run his route, you saw his father, like you could tell his father coached him up to run these red zone routes, like the fade route, the inside post route, slant route. He's a red zone threat. Marvin Harrison Jr., be on the lookout because him and that man, Jackson Smith and NJIGBA and EGBUKA all coming back with a full offseason of work is going to be dangerous. No team in the country is going to be able to stop that for 60 minutes. No team in this country is going to be able to stop that. Jackson Smith and NJIGBA was the go-to guy in this game, as you know, being the receiver that had the most work with Stroud. Man, he might have been the best receiver on Ohio State. Just sit on that point. Do you know how wild that is? He might have been the best receiver at Ohio State as a freshman. No, as a sophomore, when you have 2 first-round picks heading into the NFL draft. Like, man, Brian Hartline is doing something I've never seen before regarding wide receiver recruiting. Like, it's insane. The running attack worried me because we have to get better in that aspect. We can't just throw the ball all day and expect that to work. Not against these teams in the Big Ten, and especially not against teams when we go into the playoffs. We have to be able to run the football. So I feel like a combination of both Henderson and Mayan Williams. I feel like that tandem will be able to run the football, but the offensive line has to get better at just run blocking, at just attacking the defensive line, pushing them off the ball and creating lanes. You know, that was really the only real issue I saw from this offense, was that we couldn't really run the football, and that's concerning considering the conference we play in and the weather that some of these games will take place in. But this game just proved why I was so frustrated at this season, at our losses, and at this first half, was that this defense, we could have been in a national championship game again if we had an average defense. If we had an average defense that could get stops, you get more stops, could set the edge, could cover better, we'd probably be in a national championship. And I'm not I'm not being just a fan here, but I truly believe that in my heart of hearts, we would be in the national championship game if our defense would have been better. Which is why, you know, we got another defensive coordinator coming in. Jim Knowles from Oklahoma State. That defense shut out Notre Dame in the second half. Again, like this is like 2 to 3 weeks in a row. They done shut out an opponent in the second half of the game. And just to see them do that without their coach being there, just let me know that, hey, that defense is really, really good. And I'm excited to see what this defense is going to be. But yeah, there better be some changes on this defense because this can't happen again. Tackling got to be better. We got to rush the quarterback better. We got to stop the run better. We got to attack on defense. And that's pretty much what I've been saying the entire year. This defense was holding back a national championship offense. And this offense proved once again that the only people that can stop your Ohio State offense is Ohio State itself with turnovers and mistakes and penalties. But if you made it this far, please make sure that you leave a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell notification so you're notified every single time I upload. I'm JUJU Gamer. This is Juju Sports Corner. See you on the next video.